Bitter criticism from Detroit. Nah, it's not Detroit, but there was a video game. It calls Metroid, not Detroit, but anyway, sounds close enough. Metroid, Detroit. Wait a second. And we have the same news from earlier, but the Russian news now. But first we're gonna read some North Korean news just to keep thinking about this website. I think this website is against North Korea, but I don't really know. I think that this site is not from North Korea, it's from South Korea. Just wait a second. Wait a second. I'm gonna right now. Yeah. Now it's fine. Now it's better. Kinda better. Well, I think this site is not from North Korea. I will never stop laughing about this North Korea. Because it's obvious. When you want to blame any country, you say that country is a narco country. Like anyone, like the United States of America is the biggest narco country in history, isn't it? Or I don't know, China, opium from 2 centuries ago. Anyway, but North Korea, this site, dailynk.com. Well, this is easy to figure out, but it's not so easy. Because the sites never say straightforward from who pays them. Sometimes even Facebook and Instagram say, "Be careful. This can be a Russian state-controlled media." But I don't know what they will say about Daily NK. I'm gonna read the same news I left, and I have 4 news more. Well, in this news, it was about the rice price. No, this news is not exciting, but you know, this is a good news about the rice, the price of the rice, and that's it. So who cares? Who cares about good news about the? Who cares about the rice? You know, do you like rice? Well done. Don't like rice? Well, eat potatoes, dude. It's the same carbohydrates, something like that. Well, gonna read another news from Daily NK. North Korean government orders reason to speed up transformation into tourist zone. To speed up transformation into tourist zone. Where? In Pyongyang. The only tourist zone I guess there is in North Korea is Pyongyang. The North Korean government's effort to speed up reasons urban. No, this is a city called Razon, something like, I don't know how to spell this in Korean. Speed up reasons urbanization is part of its larger goal to accumulate foreign currency. A reporting partner told Daily NQ by Jong So-young. I like that. I don't know why, but because I want to know the name of the journalist, you know, if this is a guy or a female or anything. if they have an Asian name, everything. And well, this news is from 3 days ago. Tourism in North Korea. I guess North Korea is pretty cold, isn't it? It's a cold country. I know. I'm more into that South Island in China, which I forgot the name now. But the very bottom, the very southest territory of China, I prefer that because of tropics, you know. I'm a tropical baby. Filed for the International Commercial Bank in Razon. I don't know how to spell this in Korean. Razon. North Korea's central government recently handed down a directive increase the Razon free economic zones level to urbanization with a view to transform it into a tourist zone. On March 27, the Razon Municipal People's Committee was given an order to completely eliminate the city's agricultural areas with a view to urbanize the region and turn into a tourist zone. A reporting partner in North Hamgyong province told Daily NQ yesterday, speaking on condition of anonymity due to security concerns. According to the reporting partner, North Korean authorities believe that Rizon feels more like a rural township than a proper city and intends to transform the area into a urban zone on par with the country's capital of Pyongyang. The only city I knew from North Korea is Pyongyang. Through the order, the North Korean government hopes to overhaul the city's international image and showcase the spirit of socialist North Korea to international visitors and investors, he said. Well, I'm pretty into it. I do I do have interest. You know, I wanna check Cuban news in English just to see it later. You know, I got this teacher here in Southeast Korea, the most neoliberal Korea in the world, which is Chile. I had some teacher that asked me where I want to go in holidays, and I know now, Razon, North Korea. Through the order, North Korean government hopes to overhaul the city's international image and showcase the spirit of socialist North Korea, or the tradition, the international visitors and investors, he said. You know what should be awesome about North Korea? There will be no criminal activity, you know? There will be no, garbage, and there will be no homeless, yeah. That will be awesome, you know? There will be security and, and there will be no shit music, yeah. Dude, I want to go to North Korea forever and never listen, bad music again, you know? This bad music from West. You know, here in the Southeast Korea we have reggaeton, we have trap. I want to go to North Korea, definitely, you know? I would right now what to Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un, please ban reggaeton and trap from North Korea. Yeah, don't allow this shit to enter your beautiful country. Bye. Yeah, done. That would be a nice holiday. Anyway, The order emphasizes that acquiring materials is the most important factor in successfully turning Razon into a tourist-friendly city, and makes clear that materials must be imported from abroad to achieve that goal. You know, the bad thing about this article is that there's no map. Where is Razon? Is near to Pyongyang? This is a quote. The order said that Razon must secure materials in lakhs to complete housing construction projects in the city, particularly cement and rebar. The order instructed Razon officials to acquire as much furniture as possible, in contrast to other provinces, cities and counties that provide just a few pieces of furniture like hard robes from home interiors, the reporting partner said. He added, the state said it will take care of about 20% of needed materials, while emphasizing that Razon residents should be grateful for the government's generosity, and that they should push forward with the urbanization project as quickly as possible. In fact, the North Korean government's effort to speed up Razon's urbanization is part of its larger goal to accumulate foreign currency, according to the reporting partner. Well, this DailyNK.com is nice. No, is nice to North Korea. It's not obscure blog from the right wing, saying torture and censorship in North Korea and everything that everyone think they know, Anyway, and I don't have no idea how to spell Razon. R-A-S-O-N. Razon. It's not reason. You can say that. You cannot say reason, but I guess in Korean should be anything, like raison, raison. I will say raison, yeah, raison. Urbanization is part of its larger goal to accumulate. Anyway, upon opening up the region and turning it into a large-scale international trade and tourism area, the government aims to collect more than 50% of the foreign currency generated in the area, he explained. Oh, this is a good business, for the government. Because, there is interesting, just like I said a few minutes ago, this is interesting, people, I don't know, imagine you are a tourist and you next holiday you will take the money and go to Disneyland. Oh no, please no. Disneyland, oh no, because there's a lot of garbage, there's a lot of drugs and sugar, and fat, and that is not cool, and I don't know, oil, internal combustion cars, there's terrible, and I don't know, gunfires, kids with shooting guns, everything about the United States. No one wants that problems, Everybody wants to go to a fine place, a quiet, with no technology, with Asian people, Asian quiet people. That would be nice. Reason North Korea, and I don't know if you have any, any curiosity about the ideology and economy. Why not to visit a communist country, because nobody knows that country. Nobody is a lot of interesting, to just to compare the realities, and I don't know. I guess this will be a success, and the government aims to collect more than 50% of the foreign currency generated in the area. He's explained. Who knows? You know, everybody knows that if you search a little bit about North Korea, you will find some Americans who went there and they robbed, they take posters for them, and they died. They got tortured. They were tortured there. So if you go to North Korea, don't take nothing. You know, don't take posters. Act like respect everything. You know, there's a lot of I don't know. There's a lot of, how to say it, fetish, I guess, from the government on posters. But I don't know. You make sure you read the instructions before you go. Yeah. Or searching YouTube about the experiences from other Americans or anyway, or other tourists. And for example, there was a Chilean guy who went to Machu Picchu, and he made a graffiti on the Machu Picchu train. He got jail, of course, because there was a clean train to Machu Picchu. You know, it's all clean, all cool, all nice, clean. And the Chilean guy go there and graffiti the stuff, you know, and I don't care anything about that guy, you know. You know, let him there in Peru, you know. Don't bring him back. Let him there. A bad tourist. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this article. As such, the North Korea's government has high hopes for the city's urbanization project, with officials believing that if state investment successfully develops raison into an international trade and tourism zone, the city could become a front runner of economic growth among cities on the China-North Korea border. Yeah, look, it's on the China-North Korea border. Is a very cold city, I will tell you, because it's the North Korea. This is cold, so you have to take your parka with you, your jacket, your everything, your gloves, everything. The government, your beanie, take everything for cold, very cold. The government also presented plans to pay for its part in the project in dollars. Why? Why? Do you know that dollars is over? Why dollars? News of the government order, however, has faced a mixed reactions among raison officials. The reporting partners said. There's an ambulance. I guess this neighborhood, there's a lot of old people, and the old people used to travel in ambulance. I just said, many officials, this is a quoting, many officials in the city have expressed their dissatisfaction, claiming that what the government calls investment is actually closer to pushing high interest loans on them. Translated by Rose Adams, edited by Robert Lawyer. I right here, look, this is information for about Daily NK. Daily NK works with a network of reporting partners who live inside North Korea. Their identities remain anonymous due to security concerns. More information about Daily NK's reporting partner networks and information gathering activities can be found on our the FAQ page here. This is answering questions, isn't it? Please direct any comments or questions about this article to Daily and Key English unimedia.net. I like it. I like this. I like it. If I win the lotto, I will take Richard Burr. How to say it? I never remember. Richard Medhurst with me to North Korea. Will be my little brother. I will go there to Kim Jong-un and said, "Look, this is my little brother. Don't mess with him." Anyway, another news from Daily NK. North Korea expands number of hours markets can operate in border region. So this is a website, how to say clandestine? Yeah, like is a irregular news. They are anonymous. They are like, I don't know. This is all about espionage. This is like espionage site, and government don't know about this site. That's pretty tricky, isn't it? How to know who is? Well, I guess North Korea have a bad time living this life, isn't it? Because they have to be, they have to guarantee the security, but that's impossible, you know. Look, there's dailynk.com with a lot of news, and the government can do anything. I will read another irregular news, another forbidden news. There could be Daily NQ forbidden news. North Korea expands number of hours markets can operate in border region. The increase in market operating hours is part of the North Korean government's efforts to alleviate food shortages ahead of Kim Il-sung's birthday on April 15th. A reporting partner claimed. Who is, well, I don't know. Well, I don't know a lot of things, and also neither Kim Il-sung's. I don't know who is that. This is by Lee Chae-hoon. Look, this is an official news. This is not forbidden. We have the name of the, but this is interesting because look, we have a site call it dailynk.com, and we have some articles from this site that works with people that they cannot reveal their identity, like the last article. But we have another article written by Lee Chae-hoon, who is there. Look, Lee Chae-hoon. We can mail them. Well, hello, Lee Chae-hoon. Who are your partners, please? You know, the government could interrogate Lee Chae-hoon. This is, I don't know, this is interesting, but there's a lot of criticism here, you know, bitter criticism. There's a lot of things that don't look fine. I don't know. File photo: a market official in patrol in Sungcheong, South Pyongyang province. Yeah, and again, there's also poor people. Everybody's so poor in North Korea. North Koreans living near the border with China are welcoming a reduction in curfew hours, and an expansion in the number of hour markets are allowed to operate. Daily NK has learned. Beginning on April 1st, the curfew hours for the border area in Yangon province switched over the summer hours, and the curfew hours have been reduced by 1 hour. Now border residents are forbidden from traveling at night between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. the next morning. A reporting partner in Yangon province told Daily NK yesterday, speaking on condition of anonymity. See, everything is anonym and irregular. In August 2020, North Korea's Ministry of Social Security issued an order declaring measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in the country. The order set forth a 9-hour summer curfew, April-September between, I never wrote this word before, curfew, between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. and 13-hour winter curfew, October-March from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. I don't get it, what this span number of hour markets can operate in border region. Well, this is not interesting, but we are reading anyway. I have to comment this because this is a very poor population, This maybe is light poison. This is poison anyway, but it's light, it's not hysterical. But you can see that North Korean people are poor, and that's because of communism, and communism is poverty. But North Korea, they have a very special situation there. They only have a little cooperation with China, and that's all. They don't have any friends in the world, So what the regime should do, if the whole world, or the USSR still working, still exist, that will be different, I guess, because the power will be great, the collaboration, the cooperation, the economic collaboration will be greater. So this poverty is just this poverty is maybe is not worse than poverty here in any place in capitalism, because here there's still a lot of poverty, and there's no freedom neither, there's no freedom here in the capitalism. But they are poor, but I don't know who is like Woody Allen says once in some movie, I don't remember where, that the two systems are terrible. But I guess if the whole USSR is still working, still existing, North Korea should be better. And in the future, if there are any country like the USSR again, they will be very better because of technology, and that's it. Capitalism is not good. You cannot affirm that communism is just like North Korea. It's not, because North Korea have a special situation. They are alone. They have no way to do anything. And I will keep reading. This is a lot of text here, but I will read anyway. According to Daily NK's reporting partner, these curfew hours have remained in effect in the border areas of Yangon province. The summer curfew took effect beginning on April 1st, but unlike previous years, the curfew hours were reduced by 1 hour. Instead of starting at 8 p.m. like in past years. The curfew now begins at 9 p.m. I have no idea what curfew is. Increasing market hours. Starting April 1st, the authorities have also increased the number of hours market are allowed to operate, a development that has been welcomed by local residents. Well, at least the English is fine, is easy to read. Before COVID-19, the markets operated for more than 8 hours a day, but since the start of the pandemic, markets have only been allowed to operate for 3 hours in the winter and 4 hours in the summer. That made many people's lives much more difficult. From April 1st, however, the markets can operate for 6 hours a day, a move that has been welcomed by everyone, the reporting partner explained it. The reporting partner claimed that the increase in market operation and this reporting partner is irregular, is anonymous because he's talking about market operation hours, and so is this is poison too, because this maybe is not real, maybe is just an exaggeration. I guess it is an exaggeration. This guy probably can talk about this, but not to the West, isn't it? Anyway, this whole thing about Bailey and Q is a whole theater, is a whole manipulation. Is a light manipulation, but North Korea is so important ideologically because it's still communist, So they have to have a dailyNK.com who talk stupid things about North Korea, to make North Korea looks ridiculous. That's it. Reporting partner claimed that the increase in market operating hours is part of the North Korean government's effort to alleviate forced storages ahead of Kim Il-sung's birthday on April. I just read that. The new policy seems to indicate that authorities are aware of growing public discontent over the continued closure of the border despite the government's announcement last year that it had won by the battle against COVID-19, he added. In fact, one Yesan resident told Daily NK has recently, as last month, market hours of operating were limited to just 3 hours between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. With just 3 hours to do business, I was constantly worried about whether I'd be able to make a living. It's been an enormous relief to see that market operating hours have doubled. But you can say doubled. Let's see what YouTube subtitles said. Let's see, doubled. I guess he will translate fine. Everyone is happy to see the market hours extended. With the longer market hours, we can make enough money to put at least a little porridge on the table, so we won't starve to death. Well, this is this is pathetic, Translated by Rose Adams, edited by Robert Lauer. I'm tired from. I want to be a North Korean and forget about, if I'm not happy with West civilization, Here in any country, people starve to death too. They use drugs. The only way to survive or to be cool is taking a lot of drugs in the West, And that's it. It's a drug civilization. It's just like China. It's just like China with opium, and that's it. And here we have the same text, and translated by Rose Adams, edited by Robert Lauer. Daily NK works with a network of reporting partners who live inside North Korea. Their identities remain anonymous due to security concerns. Of course, because they are pigs. They are pigs. Anyway, and we have. I don't know if I will still reading this bullshit. This Daily NK. I guess it will be the last one. I don't know. I will read Russia Today news. I will try to find North Korea news from Russia Today site, like North Korea from Russia Today. That's it. That's the only way to trust any news from North Korea. Well, I will read the last one. Two. Look, I have two news here. Lax patrols led to spike in smuggling across China-North Korea border. And another one, do you know the punishment for smuggling a Bible into North Korea? Yeah. So this news about China says I will make it short for. I will not read this site anymore, but just to make this short, lax patrols led to a spike in smuggling across China-North Korea border. Chinese smugglers are providing North Korea with various items, including food such as beer, cookies, ham, and smoked duck. So North Korea is so poor, and China, because of capitalism, is so much better. Next. Do you know the punishment for smuggling a Bible into North Korea? Daily NK sheds light on the case of a young man who, after being released from a re-education camp, was later sent to a political prison for smuggling in a Bible. Smuggling in a Bible by Kim Jong-un. Kim Jeong is not Kim Jong. Is Kim, just like Kim. Jaonj. I don't know how to say G. Like anyway, W or Y Aoon. John Kim Jong. This news is interesting because I'm atheist, I'm nihilist, as you know, as I said before. We have a picture of a Bible, and this news is pretty large, and it's pretty sad because you can search, you can find a lot of videos there in YouTube. I will not read this because I don't care. There's a fun thing. I was into my college, and there was a lot of Jesus freaks, very religious people who gave us a Bible, and people just take the Bible and let all the Bibles together and don't keep it. They just move the Bible to another place. And that's it. And you can find a lot of videos talking about the development of the true religion. You can see that the most developed countries are atheists. They're non-Catholic. And well, this Daily NK, they must be American. I don't know. They have a Catholic background. I don't know. I guess I have more Syrian news. No, I have not. Well, I have Russian news. Yeah. I will read some Russian news because all that poison from make me sick. I'll just read one or two Russian news, and then I'll try to find some North Korea news in Russia Today site, because that was, I don't know how to say it, that was this side, Daily NK, was Manichaeist, you know, these all sensationalists. This I don't know, is a decadent world, and why people do that, you know, why people do a site like this just to criticize a condemned country, you know, the country is condemned, yeah, and they go and talk a lot of shit about the country, like, no, you cannot read the Bible in this country, that's why this country is poor. No, remember this. Go and watch the most developed countries. You know, all atheists never believe in nothing there. No, nobody have. There's no Jesus freaks there. That's why they are developed. Anyway, I'm gonna read this news from Russia Today. This is from 2 days ago, and April 7, Saudi Arabia to end Yemen war media. That's fine. That looks like Saudi Arabia, and yeah, I'll never read this Daily NQ ever again, because this was a lot of shit in my mind, and I only, yeah, never. There's only bullshit about North Korea, isn't it? Look, the capitalism make a lot of money, they accumulate money, and they have to make a campaign against communism, you know, just because of accumulation of money. They have a lot of money, and they have to, I don't know, to make a beautiful site, you know, a beautiful site criticizing these poor countries. That's the truth. There's no news there. I will read this final news just to clean my mind. God save Putin. I'm sorry about God and stuff. Saudi Arabia to end Yemen war media. Hopes abound for a deal on permanent ceasefire with Houthi leaders. Houthi, this is the, I guess Houthi is the people from Yemen, yeah. Houthi leaders by the end of April. Well, this is good journalism, you know. This we have a good headlines, a good explanation above, and we have a good photo, like Yemeni fighters backed by the Saudi-led coalition ride on the back of an armored vehicle as they leave the front lines of Marib, Yemen. Anyway, a delegation representing Saudi Arabia and Oman is due to meet with the Houthi leadership in Sana'a next week to sign a permanent ceasefire ending the 8 years war in Yemen. There was 8 years. It was so long. Several outlets have reported citing officials familiar with the talks. Sources told Reuters that an agreement could be announced by April 20th, the eve of the Muslim holidays of Eid al-Fitr, which marks the end of Ramadan. UN Special Envoy for Yemen Hans Grundberg was in Muscat earlier this week, where he met with senior Omani and Houthi officials to discuss the peace process. On Thursday, the Saudi-led coalition lifted its naval blockade of Yemen, allowing most ships to dock directly in Aden and other southern ports without stopping in Jeddah for security checks. The blockade was imposed in 2015 when the Saudi-led coalition invaded Yemen on behalf of the government of the Houthis has deposed. Meanwhile, the Lebanon-based outlet Al Mayadeen reported that Riyadh had summoned leaders of the Saudi-backed Yemeni government on Friday to brief them on the talks with the Houthis. Saudi Defense Minister Khalid bin Salman presented the solution for a way out of the war on Yemen, the outlet sources said. Hey. Maybe I'm running out of time, but I will finish this news later because the news is so good. As is normal, I don't know nothing about Yemen situation, but this fine. I have to read this article. I will read this article after the next time. I will start with this article because I don't know nothing about Yemen war, and this article says something about that. Anyway, the best channels still the Russia Today and CGTN, and well, Sana too. Sana from Syria, maybe Tehran Times, I guess. I don't remember the other from Iran. IRNA, yeah. I will only read IRNA, Sana, CGTN, and Russia Today. I will never read these sites from North Korea again. This is a lot of poison. I hope Kim Jong-un take these people in North Korea who lives there, and I don't know, make what they do, disappear them, because they are just make damage to North Korea,